The Plaosan Lor temple complex is in the Klaten Regency close to Yogyakarta in central Java. The complex consists of 2 twin temples and a large stone platform. Additionally, there are minor shrines and statues that do not have a fixed abode. The Plaosan temple complex is made up of 174 small buildings, 116 are stupas, and 58 are shrines. Many of the buildings have inscriptions. 2 of these inscriptions denote that the temple was a gift of sanctuary by Rakai Pikatan. The dates of the inscriptions are between 825 to 850 of the Common Era. Inside the twin temples are 3 small rooms or cellas. The first one you encounter upon entering has the Bodhisattva Avalokiteshvara to your left and the Bodhisattva Vajrapani to your right. In between them is an empty throne where it is likely a Buddha once sat. Avalokiteshvara can be identified based on the Buddha figure at the front of his top knot of hair. Vajrapani, on the other hand, can be identified based on the flower he holds in his left hand. It is a blue lily, and on top rests a Vajra, allowing us to identify the Bodhisattva as Vajrapani, or the holder of the Vajra. A Vajra is a legendary and ritualistic weapon, symbolizing the properties of indestructibility and an irresistible force. If you turn to your left, the next room holds a further 2 statues of bodhisattvas. The Dutch scholar Krom described the statues found at the Plaosan complex in his Introduction to Hindu-Javanese Art, which was published in 1923. He identified these 2 figures as Maitreya, based on the stupa at the front of his hairstyle. Additionally, he identified the other bodhisattva as either Samantabhadra or possibly Ksitigarbha, based on the flower with 3 buds the figure holds in his left hand. Just as in the previous cella, there is room between the 2 bodhisattvas for a seated Buddha figure. In the third cella, to the right from the entrance, we find a bodhisattva carrying an utpala, or blue lily, with flames on top. He was identified as Sarva Nivarana Vishkambin, based on a comparison with the iconography at Chandi Mendut by Krom. Next to him, in the cella, sits Manushri, who can be identified by his attribute, an utpala with a book on top. Additionally, there is the crescent behind his head, as well as a Chanavira crossing his chest, allowing us to identify the figure as Manushri. However, another scholar, Bouts Pikron, later identified these 2 figures as Manushri and Akasagarbha. The identification of these bodhisattvas was made by comparing Plaosan's iconographic program with that found at Ellora, the Buddhist caves in Maharashtra. This grouping of 3 bodhisattva pairs and the guardian pair at the entrance may have been a local iconographic development. It suggests 3 triads consisting of 2 bodhisattvas and a Buddha each, rather than a group of 6 bodhisattvas. The fact that the Buddhas are now missing may have led to a focus on the 6 bodhisattvas as forming a group.